What's up, YouTube? So, in this video, I'm going to be talking about Austin Reiter, center for the Miami Dolphins now. We just picked him up from the Saints practice squad. He started for Kansas City quite a few games last year. So we're going to be watching some film of him versus the Saints. He's been in the league for about 5 years. So that's the thing. At least he's a veteran. Michael Dieter is on IR, so it makes sense to go ahead and pick up a veteran center, I guess, with how bad this offensive line is. Hopefully he can kind of help out this young group and kind of help corral that a little bit. He's not the greatest in the world by any means, but it's probably better than Greg Mance and Cameron Tom at the very least. So, there's that. But there is a reason he was on the practice squad for the Saints for this long and didn't get stealing already. So, let's go ahead and get into it. He is number 62. He did also spend some time with Cleveland early in his career. That is where he was drafted in the 7th round. So, yeah. Decent little combo block there. Decent base. Kind of an erratic. That wasn't very fluid, him getting to second level. But he did turn pretty quick. He is about 6'3", about 300 pounds, so he is a smaller center, but he's not small. Looks like he's got his hands inside there. It's not a bad rep. And I chose the Saints defense because they're pretty decent. His arms seem like they may be a little bit on the shorter side. He's definitely giving up his chest. If that's going to be the case, he's going to have to be good at swiping hands. But that is some pretty good knee bend. I'll give him that. Pretty good with the combo blocks. That is Cameron Jordan he was up against, to be fair, I think. I think it was. Great player, Drew, but I ain't here to see you. Working with the guard here, but the guard is doing the majority of the work on this one. But decent little combo block. I don't hate it. Another good combo. Hopefully this means he can help us communicate a little bit better. Because our offensive line isn't good, but maybe if he can at least, just have a veteran presence to kind of help communicate and help get those combo blocks set up, it might at least be better than what we've got. At the very least, he should be better than Greg Mance and Cameron Tom. At the very least. There's nothing to lose picking him up, so. That's one thing I like. Watch this. He's going to help his guard out. Going to kind of help him out. And when he knows his guard has it, he lets go. Looks back here to see if there's any linebackers rushing or anything. Keeps his head on a swivel, looking for work. I like it. He can't get all the way to Cameron Jordan. It's on the complete opposite side, but hey. I don't hate that. Let me see that real quick. Keeping his head moving. He could have handled this stunt a little bit better too, though, to be fair. Yeah. The guard could have helped him a little bit, too. The guard could have smacked this guy, and he didn't. The guard, this is actually on the left guard. He didn't pass the guy properly onto the left tackle, so center had to try to save it. He's not great by any means. He's not the strongest guy in the world. His arms are on the shorter side. As you can see, like he's having to... He's kind of losing that initial hand matchup. But you know what, though? He does have his hands tucked. I'll give him that. And he's at least attempting to use both hands. Like, that's better than what a lot of our offensive linemen do. But it does look like he's kind of T-Rex arming it a little bit. But decent knee bend. Base looks okay. Yeah. I'm not mad at this. Not mad at this at all. Who cares what the Chiefs are doing as a whole here? Whoops, that was the Chiefs' offense. My bad. Climbing to the next level. Ain't that nice? Let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at how he picks up the defender from his guard. So the guard has one of his hands on. I can't tell where his left hand is. Actually, it looks like he kind of just got his hand. Left guard looks like I'm not a fan here. I wish your hands were tucked. You should be punching this dude in the chest right now. But you do get your hands there eventually. He is leaning a little bit too forward. I don't really want him doing that too much. You know, a cloth pull, a swim move will put you on your face. And definitely don't give up your chest like that. That I'm not a fan of. You're just kind of putting your arms to your side. He does look like he has some shorter arms for sure. False start. Okay. Looking for work. I appreciate it. Helping out the guards. Again, looking for work. He's not just not doing anything. If no one comes through his gap, he's at least just going to go smack somebody. Ooh, look at that. Look at this. Keeps his head moving. Helps this guy for a moment. Puts a hand on this defender. But he's keeping his eye on the blitzing linebacker. Disengages. And actually gets his hands on him. I want you to lock up on him. Oh, my bad. That's the wrong player. I apologize. I was giving credit to the right guard. Well, shout out to the right guard. Okay, never mind. He goes over here. Still finding work. I still like it. But you can kind of tell just by, him standing next to some of the other offensive linemen, he is a little bit on the smaller side. But I do like him keeping his head on a swivel. Helping with the combo blocks. Looks like he's communicating fairly well. He does do it here, though. This is what I was talking about earlier. He actually does it on this play. Let's take a look at it. So he's going to put his hands on this defender, help out the guard, but he's keeping his hands on the blitzing linebacker. Keeping his eyes, rather. See this? He's using that hand to kind of help him out, and then last second he's going to pull away. And like I said, I want him to watch this leaning thing. I think he does this probably because he knows he's not that strong and his arms are a little bit smaller. So he's leaning to try to overcompensate for that. But again, people are going to pull cloth and stuff, and that's a bit of a risk. But good knee bend. Base is a little wide, but that's okay. Good stop. Good stop here. Still leaning a little bit too far forward. That seems to be a growing thing. And he kind of does expose his chest, but I think a part of that is just him being undersized. But he's getting the job done. He's got a pretty decent anchor for having his lack of size. I'll give him that. Okay, so he missed this. So that's something. He does seem to have a little bit of athleticism to him. Because look at how fast he gets through this gap, but he doesn't really look like he knows where he's supposed to go after this. Yeah, it's not great looking. I'd like you to actually go up and smack that linebacker if you could, please. Okay. He didn't really have to do too much on that play. Just taking a look at that. Look, he's got his hands inside. Passed it on to the right guard well, and then comes over to try to help his other lineman. Good communication, man. I think he could possibly help our offensive line at least a little bit. I'm not saying he's going to make our offensive line good, because that's a miracle. But I think it might be at least better than it was last week with him. I mean, to be fair, we're playing Tampa, so you might not get to see the fruits of that right away. But again, good little combo block. Now, one thing. This combo block here. I'd like you guys to keep your head on a swivel and see that your right tackle's dying. At this point, I need you to kind of take up this block now. I need him to take up this block so the right guard can come over here and try to help. But you know, just little nitpicky stuff. Like I said, I'm not expecting him to be great, but he does seem to be better than at least Greg Mance and Cameron Tom, so I'll take it. And at least he is a veteran. I just like these looking for work. Right here, though, this is something that I'm not a fan of. This is something that we do more often than I would like. He just tries to kind of check him with one arm instead of actually blocking him, and he ends up slipping right through. I need you to actually block, man. Trying to get Pat killed on that play. Good finish. Yeah. Definitely got some things to work out for sure. But we can't really fix the offensive line right now, like entirely. We need help at all 5 positions, and that's just not possible during the season. That needs to be done in the offseason. But hey, at least we did something. Now, I think this was forced by Michael Dieter's injury, but, you know, I'll still take it. Once again, when you get to the second level, I'm going to need you to go and block somebody. And there wasn't really anybody there, I guess, but... Yeah, the right guard just got beat there. He was helping the left guard instead. With that, sometimes you don't need to... That is the one time where it's okay to use one hand when you're combo blocking. If your left guard has both of his hands on him, you don't need to put both of your hands on the same defender. That doesn't make sense. Just put one hand on him and keep kind of help a little bit, but also keep your eyes open in case you need to move quickly. In case with the previous play, help your right guard instead. But good little blitz pick up there. Now with the offensive line, I don't need to watch a whole lot to be able to kind of get an idea. It ain't like linebacker or safety where you really need to watch a bunch of film to kind of get the idea. You get a feel for the type of player an offensive lineman is pretty quickly. That's also why I tried to pick a game later in the season too, to kind of give him the best shot. This is his second most recent game, but the most recent game he played was against a significant... I can't remember who, but it was a significantly weaker opponent. So that's why I chose the Saints instead. We'll watch one more drive. Nice little rep there. Shadows him. This is pretty much a one-on-one rep from here. Not mad at that. That is a nice little rep. Keeping his head on a swivel. See? That was a better example of what I'm talking about. See how the left guard has his hands on him right now? You don't need to fully commit right away to helping him block this dude. Just kind of put one hand on his shoulder to kind of assist him and, keep your head on a swivel. Make sure there isn't any blitzing linebackers. Make sure your right guard isn't getting murdered. Just those kind of little things. Let's take a look at that play again. Got his hands inside there. He kind of a little bit of a stunt. This is a miscommunication. At this point, he should have taken up this dude, and the guard should have picked up 93. So definitely still got some communication issues with him too. That's definitely going to be a thing when he first gets here. I don't know if he's going to start right away against Tampa. I don't know. But at the very least, it should be, again, better than Greg Manson, Cameron Tom. Probably better than Michael Dieter, too, just from what I've seen. So, yeah. I think it is a pretty good move. I don't think he's going to be here long term, but at least, Michael Dieter's hurt right now. And, I don't think Michael Dieter's our long-term answer at center either. But we needed a guy right now, and we made this move to go get him from the Saints practice squad. I am in full favor of it, at least trying to patch this up as much as possible for the rest of the season. Try to at least look like you're trying to not kill Jacoby and Tua. So, yeah. Anyway, that's going to be it for this video. If you liked it, appreciate hitting that like button. If you have any questions or comments in the comments down below, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys. So, pretty much every YouTuber on this platform is pretty much doing ads like this. YouTube's ad revenue is broken. It doesn't really pay well anymore, so we have to look to outside sources to make our income. And if you like what I'm doing and you want to support me, I would greatly appreciate you going over to my Patreon. It doesn't take much. Just $1 a month would really help me out quite a bit and continue to help me be able to put out these videos, because I put a lot of time and effort into it, especially during draft season, watching the film and everything like that. So I would greatly appreciate you guys going to check out my Patreon. It is Anime Dolphin, no capitalization. The link to it will be in the description of this video and pretty much every video moving forward. So yeah, if you want to help support me, that'd be greatly appreciated. There's multiple different tiers. It's all explained well on my Patreon account. And if you want to check that out, it would be greatly appreciated. Thank you.